Today we are going to draw an Oompa Loompa from the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And this Oompa Loompa is going to have his goggles on and be ready for the TV room. So you will just be starting by drawing his eyes, and you're going to trace a circle shape to do that. And you want to make sure you start a little ways down from the top of your paper to leave room for your Oompa Loompa's forehead and hair. And before you begin, also make sure you write your name and class code on the back. And then you are just going to use a cup as a tracer to make these big circles for your goggles. And you are welcome to draw with a pencil. I'm doing a Sharpie so you can see it. I'm going to move it over just so there's a little space in between my two goggles. And then you can just make two lines to connect those circles. And if you want, you could just draw another circle inside, or if you wanted to trace your cup shape to make another kind of perfect circle, you could do that. You're doing this in pencil, and we're going to be coloring in with oil pastels later on. Next, your nose is going to kind of connect to your goggles. I'm going to make a small little smirk for your Oompa Loompa. Next, we're going to do the swirl for his hair. So you're just going to scoot probably like 3 or 4 fingers up from the glasses and make a swirl. And then come back. And then from the base of that swirl, it's going to come and it's going to touch the side of the goggles, like they're kind of going over the hairline. And then if you come back this way, you're going to curve around. So this is your Oompa Loompa's forehead right here. And it touches the side of the glasses. If you go back up, then this is the top, like the top of the head. Come back down close to the edge of the paper, and when you're close to where your nose and your mouth are, you're going to curve in. You're going to make another kind of swirl to curl your Oompa Loompa's hair, and then come back up and touch your goggles. And your swirl doesn't have to look exactly like mine. All of our Oompa Loompa's hair can be different. I'm just going to make one more line that's going to just kind of go straight up and curve back into my Oompa Loompa's hair. Okay. I'm going to do another line that kind of goes behind this swirl and connects here. Okay. And then I'm going to come down and again curve in when you get to about where the mouth and the nose are to make the other side of his hair. And it could curl more than that or less, totally up to you. And then come back up and connect with the glasses. Okay, then for the chin, just a little bit underneath the smile that you've drawn. He's kind of got a really big head, and then he's going to have a super small body. And over here, we'll just do that one more line to show the different parts of our Oompa Loompa's hair. And if you wanted to do more like little lines to show texture in the hair, you could do that too. Okay, now we're going to do 2 short little lines for his neck. Curve to connect them, and another curve to make his collar. Okay, then next we're gonna just make a diagonal line for his shoulders, and then from right there we're going to make his suspenders. It's gonna curve across and just repeat that same line 2 times. Same thing on this side. Now it's gonna go behind. I'm going to do 2 times, and then to show that it's overlapping, finish it in about the same spot. And then just a U shape to connect those lines of the suspenders. If you wanted to make some buttons, you could do that too. And then we're going to show the white pants of the Oompa Loompa come up a little bit above where the suspenders are. Okay, and then now we'll make the arms, or the side of the body first. So I'm going to go diagonally in from where the pants are. Then I'm going to make a diagonal line down, make kind of kind of a V to show his elbow, and then repeat that same V line to show the top part. And then here is his wrist, and you can make a small hand. So his body is really, really small compared to his head. Next, same thing, gonna make kind of a V shape for the bottom of his elbow. This is the top of his elbow, his wrist, and his little hand. And now his short little legs. Gonna make a curve in, and then make a line down here, and another line down here for his pant leg, and then a U shape to connect, and a very simple, kind of like a banana shape for his shoe with a little ball at the end, so they're kind of pointy. And then to connect the legs, just make a U shape, and this other leg is going to be kind of dancing, so make a diagonal line out, curve, and then to connect back, you make a diagonal line one way, and then to the top part of his pants. Again, his foot's kind of like a banana with a ball on the end of his toe. If you wanted to make some other details like pockets, you could do that. Then it will be time to color. Now when you get started, Oompa Loompa's skin is kind of orangey, so when you start, we're going to be using oil pastels, and I really want you to do this kind of quickly, and you're even going to go over your lines to start. Start by just filling your Oompa Loompa skin with orange, and you're not worried about it being perfect, but getting as close to the edges as you need to go, getting his neck, in between the glasses. This doesn't even all have to be in the same direction, but I'm using the side of my oil pastel even too, because after we're done with the main color, like the orange for the face, green for the hair, brown for the shirt, black for the glasses, and don't forget his little hands. And we will also be cutting this out afterwards. If we have time, so you're welcome to go out of the lines a little bit. But okay, so once we do the main color, then you're going to take white, and you're going to use white as your blender. And this will make the oil pastels look a little bit more like paint and look a lot more smooth. So you're going to just push really hard with your white to make his skin look nice and smooth, and kind of mix the colors together and make it look nice and soft. And it's okay if you go over your pencil lines that you drew, like your nose or your mouth, because later on we will outline in black. Also, if you want to color with a different material like colored pencils or crayons, that is totally fine. I'm just showing you how to use oil pastels today. Then you can just continue to color in your other colors, and again, you are just filling in areas of color, not worrying about getting it perfect or pushing really hard. When you start with that main color, like green for your hair, and then it's brown for your shirt and white for the pants and suspenders. So you're just kind of blocking in the color lightly to start, as well as the shoes in brown. Then you use your white as a blender again for all the other colors. So I'm taking my white oil pastel, going over top of my green to make the color nice and smooth, and fill in all of the spaces, and then moving on to using my white to blend the brown as well. When you are done coloring in the ends of your shoes, then you can go and fill in the center part of your Wonka Vision goggles. If you want to have a little glare on them, you could use some gray or silver or white and mix that in with your black. And then the last step after you have filled those in is to outline everything with a thick, dark black line. You can also add some brown stripes on your Wonka shirt or color in the buttons brown after you have outlined everything, including the curls and the hair. And then your Oompa Loompa is finished. You are welcome to cut it out or add any other extra details that you would like. Just be careful as you're coloring in not to smear or put your arm or your hand across the oil pastels, making sure to work on good craftsmanship and having lots of fun making this Oompa Loompa inspired by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.